Alright guys, so if you've been watching this channel for the last couple of weeks, you know my thoughts on this Raiders squad. To me, they're one of top 5 deepest teams in the entire NFL. They made 2 huge moves in the offseason. Davante Adams, which, by the way, Davante Adams and Derek Carr played 2 seasons together at Fresno State. 38 touchdowns. 30, I get it's college, I get maybe it's not the SEC, but still, these are collegiate Division I football athletes. 38 touchdowns, so they have a connection. That's very, very clear. Chandler Jones. I mean, to me, if you guys watch my prediction video, I've got the Raiders at 12-5. I don't think that they're going to be done making moves, but even if they stopped making moves entirely, this team is making a deep playoff run. And even worst case scenario, they make the playoffs, lose round 1. Whatever team they play isn't going to be like, oh, let's go, we got the Raiders. No. They're going to be like, oh, shit, we got to play the Raiders? Damn. But welcome back to the channel, man. If you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We're less than 200 subs away from 2,000. Appreciate all the love you guys have been showing me. But basically, I was reading Bleacher Report. They went through all 32 teams, giving them offseason grades, draft grades, or what have you. And to my surprise, they have the Raiders at an A-, and that's one of the best in the entire league. So, take it with a grain of salt because it is Bleacher Report, but it, it inspired me. It's like, they're damn straight. This is something I've been talking about in all of my videos recently is, why the hell not? Why the hell not? So let's look at, who they added, who they lost. Notables. Here on this page, you got some notables, signings or additions or re-signings or whatever. Davante Adams, Chandler Jones, Rock Ya-Sin, and then you got Demarcus Robinson. Rock is a rock to me. 25 years old, unlimited potential there. Not only did you get him, you also got Anthony Everett. I think those two are going to work like glue. Now, you have a lot of Raiders fans saying, I wish we got Bradbury. I'd fall into that category, but if the Raiders, actually believe that there isn't enough depth at that cornerback position, I would anticipate a move. I'll probably start making some cornerback signing videos because that is something I could see them doing. They didn't get any in the draft, which really surprised me, but, you got Rock Ya-Sin, young cat, Anthony Everett, young cat as well. So I'm really excited for them. The secondary should be pretty much lights out, in my opinion. I mean, I think that defense is going to be definitely top 10 in the NFL. Demarcus Robinson's really interesting. I'm probably going to make a whole video about him, but, I made my Keelan Cole video yesterday. That's another, I guess, notable signing, notable addition. Demarcus Robinson, played for the Chiefs, right? You're playing behind Tyreek Hill. You're playing, I know Travis Kelce's a tight end, but, those are the 1 and 2 targets on that squad. Demarcus Robinson pretty much fit the Chiefs perfectly, but what the Chiefs, to me, kind of started this wave of speed. I don't know why the NFL I wouldn't even go as far to say they steered away from speed, but I would view speed as one of the most critical parts to an elite, lethal offense. If you've got speed, there's a reason speed kills. I mean, you got to cover that. Demarcus Robinson, in a very, very, very small sample size, bro, this guy was one of the best deep catchers in the NFL. Like I said, it's a very, very small sample size. There's potential there, man. And obviously, you've got your number 1. You've got Hunter in the slot as well. Keelan, you've got other guys. Wouldn't be surprised if they made a wide receiver move as well. But, dude, I'm really excited about the Demarcus Robinson signing. And it's as the days pass, maybe watch some film on him, read some articles on him, I'm getting more and more and more amped about that pickup. Key draft additions, Dylan Parham, I made a video about him not too long ago. To me, he's going to be a day 1 starter. If he's not a day 1 starter, he's going to be just huge for the team. You had the Leatherwood draft pick in round 1 last season, and it panned out horribly. I forget the actual stat, but it was 12 penalties, something. It was something bad, right? So they move him to the interior. They move him to right guard, and so I wouldn't be surprised if, Dylan Parham is the starting right tackle. Gets us into the other, kind of Raiders weakness if you have, being the 28th best. It's not really a compliment. Basically, they were, ranked 28 in offensive line rating last season. new coaching staff, new additions like Dylan Parham, and then you also have just more health, and you have more progression and more development. And especially with this young coaching staff, or this proven coaching staff, if you will, I'm very excited. I think that they're going to take a huge leap. And to me, if they're just, we saw with the Bengals last season, like if they can just get into the top half of the offensive line in the league, I think they're going to be pretty much golden. And that is something I am anticipating. I don't know if they're going to make an additional move at right tackle. Like I said, I'll probably get a video out for you guys there, because there are some nice possible free agent signings out there on the market still. You lost a couple of players. The way I see the loss of players is more, I think that they either got younger or they just straight up improved it. Like I would say on paper, with the additions and the subtractions, I think that they're better. I don't really think it's close. I think they got better. So yeah, they lost some players, but you also lost some guys that, Bryan Edwards. Like, I liked Bryan Edwards, but as far as impact goes, I guess they wanted to go in a different direction. So you got to just kind of trust it. But free agency offseason so far, you got to give the Raiders an A, dude. You have to give this team an A. The draft, I would say the fact that you had no first or second round picks and you had that good of a draft, I'm excited about these young cats. I look at a guy like Neil Farrell Jr. I don't know what the deal is going to be at defensive tackle specifically on that line. I would imagine Neil Farrell, it's not going to be a day one starter in my opinion, but he is going to make an impact at some point in the season. It's nice depth to have, and he's a beast. He's a big-bodied beast. Zamir White, same thing with him. You have Josh Jacobs still. Hopefully with the improvement of the offensive line you see, I think personally we're going to see Josh Jacobs take off. Long term, I think Raider Nation's kind of split on it. You have a lot of people thinking they're going to retain, Josh Jacobs and maybe even Darren Waller. Then you've got, your other half who, think this is probably the last season of Josh Jacobs, as he wasn't, protege of the current new regime. So I think Zamir White is a dog. I'm pretty big, like, on just SEC dudes in general. Like, I think most players from the SEC, like, they're well-equipped. If you're going to an SEC school, especially like Georgia, you had a good high school career. Like, you have potential. Maybe some of these guys didn't fully capitalize on it quite yet, but with an SEC player, I look at a guy like Zamir White, he's going to have an impact next season. He's definitely going to have an impact next season. I just like the depth that they have at the running back position. Not too worried about long term. I'm just thinking for right now, I really like what they have cooking for next season. That's really it, man. I just see no reason. If they stay healthy, I'm very excited about McDaniels. I think he is perfect for this job, and you got this culture in Las Vegas with this Raiders squad. They're nitty, they're gritty, and they're not going to give up. And so, obviously, a lot of it kind of relies on Derek Carr. QB is the most important position in sport, or in football, I should say. You could argue in sports in general. But I think Derek Carr, getting the new addition of Davante Adams, Raiders had some red zone issues last season, right? Davante Adams, well, first off, you also have a healthy Darren Waller now. The addition of Davante Adams is going to do so much to just free up dudes like Hunter, free up dudes like Darren Waller. Because if you have to double team the best wide receiver, in my opinion, in the NFL, Davante Adams, you've got to double team him, or you at least have to heavily help his ass, or whoever is guarding him, whoever's covering him. It's going to free up so much, not only for Darren Waller, Hunter Renfrow, guys like DeMarcus Robinson, Keelan Cole. It's going to help open up the run even. It's just the dominoes are stacking. And I love where the Raiders stand right now. So let me know what you guys think about it down below in the comment section. Once again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys later.